Hello.
Yes.
How are you?
How are you? At night. That.
Would you wait a bit? Come and do this thing for you. Be outside. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Okay, so I came in late, but I want to first make roll call for those who handed in my work of last week.
Yes.
So if
Yes.
you know you didn't hand in, please put your hand up. Before I cross-check, and you tell me why you never handed in.
Yes.
So all of you handed in because your hands are not up.
Maybe.
Okay. Because I saw work for Laura, I saw work for Esther, I saw work for, let me check here. So Esther, Laura, yeah, I think those only two people are the one who handed in the work. So what happened to the rest?
I'm pretty
Isaac.
sure I
Sorry, sir.
handed in mine.
Yes?
Can you repeat what you say?
I'm
So
pretty
you
sure
were
I
saying
handed in mine.
you handed in on the site?
Yes.
You had on the site?
Yes, I'm pretty sure I handed it in.
Sure. But I checked there today and it wasn't there. I'll check again. Okay. Yes. So there was one work which I think I picked interest and I wanted us to discuss it. It was Esther's work. So Esther, get ready to discuss for us your work. I'm going to display it here. Esther, are you ready to discuss for us? So I hope you're able to see the screen I've displayed. Are we able to see the screen?
Yes.
Okay, so here is Esther's work. She used Excel to do her plotting. So Esther, can you briefly tell us what you what you were able to do in this work? So can you explain such that your friends can as well get these skills of plotting using the Excel? No. I think it's Laura's work. Laura, please explain. I've displayed the first chart.
You showed three points. I plotted them.
Yes.
+2, -2, +2, -3, -3, and +3. So I counted the distance between the squares, between the lines, and there are 5. I also counted along the width, how many squares are in between, and there are also 5. So I counted 5 points from -2, and I got -2 and -3.
Okay.
If I was to plot -2, I would
It's thrown.
Okay.
It was totally, so we threw it.
Jaraj, please mute your microphone. Gerard, please mute your microphone. Okay, so Laura was explaining to us that she planted the point 2, -2, 2, 3, -3, 3, and then she was able to identify that she needs to do the counting in order to have the other point that was missing. So she was able to do that. I hope if there are people who are able to use the Excel to do the plotting, can we just put our hands, just tick, show by ticking whether you're able to draw this by using Excel. I know, Laura, yes. Others, please. Okay. Laura, so can you please, are you using a laptop or computer?
I'm using my tab.
Your tab. So you did this work on the tab?
I did it on the laptop.
Okay, so majorly to draw this, so you come to insert. Okay, now we'll continue from there. I'll be showing them where to go. After insert, where do you go to? Maybe that one we shall do later. So that was number 1. So she was able to this figure, which was, I think, a square, because when we have 1, 2, 3, then likewise we have 1, 3, 4, 5. The 4 sides are equal, and that is a square. Then on 2, hashit 2, that is what she input these points, and then she was able to get this. So my internet had disconnected, but we are going to the next one, which is this figure. So, and I was asking which figure it is after joining our points. You can try. Okay, Esther, please explain what you were able to do here. No, Laura, explain what you were able to do?
I first plotted the points which were given. Then I saw along the length there are 2 squares, and here on the width, it's only 1 square. So I found out it was a rectangle, and if I was to draw a line to make it a rectangle, it would be 0 and negative and positive 3.
Yes. Okay. We have seen how much she was able to do, so it was quite. So we need to begin learning how to do this using X, such that we make. We was able to do the plotting, and then points that were. So that is get to this work which we are supposed to do.
Hello?
Yes, I'm trying to do the screen sharing. So just a moment. So we are still supposed to plot our points. To plot these points, and then we obtain the scale that was used to draw it. So our activity should be to plot points 5, 511, 550, and then 10, 100. So we can note them down. 10, 100, 15, 150, 20, 200, 35, and 350. So here we need to first identify the highest on the x-axis and then the lowest on the y-axis. So what is our highest
Excuse me,
value?
sir.
Yes.
So we're going to number them up to 350.
Yes, but using an appropriate scale. So we might not need to say 1, 2, 3, 4, then up to 350. Okay. So we are
Okay.
going to choose a scale that we can use. So you can think about the scale that we can use.
Okay, sir.
Okay, after some few minutes of thinking, what scale are we going to use? What are our highest values? What are the lowest values on X and Y? Yes, Kyle?
I think we should do this in tens.
In tens?
Yes.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Because as you can see, every number here except 5, 15, and 35 all end with 0. So we obviously have to do this in tens to save space and time.
Okay, thank you. Any other suggestion? Okay, so if we use 10, how many boxes would we need to plot 350? Remember, it is on y-axis. So how many boxes would we need to plot the 350?
35.
35. And can we get those boxes? Maybe if we could get to our slightly wait a bit. If we could get to our graph, let me first do something little about it. So for example, if we are to use these five boxes, so these bigger boxes that have smaller boxes, can we be able to plot up to 350 when we are using 10? Is it possible? Maybe someone can try to have them there. Kyle, put for us those values, since last time we are good at them. So put for us values and we see whether they go up to 350 when we are using 10.
But I don't think these boxes are enough.
They are not enough. So what would be the other option?
Probably get more boxes.
Get more boxes. That is your suggestion. Okay. What if it is not, can you get more boxes on a graph paper if it is provided? Is it possible or not?
Possible if I turn the graph paper the other way.
If you turned it the other way. Okay, thank you for being creative. So you think if we turned this graph paper and used the 10, we'd be able to plot them well and they fit? Maybe if this was the x-axis and they would fit, if it was y.
I'm sorry, teacher. Could you please repeat that question?
No, if we changed this graph paper and along the x-axis, suppose the 350 is to be plotted on the x-axis, would they fit?
No, because on the x-axis there, 13.
Okay, so what did we do? Other members, please, you can as well suggest your answers by either typing in the chat or unmuting and speaking. Esther, what would we do to make our scale fit, to make our numbers to fit? Okay, so what we would do, suppose we increase it. So instead of using 10 and we use it 20. So would they fit? Kyle, please try writing those values there on the vertical, like the way you did last time.
Okay, in 20s.
Yes, in 20s, and we see whether it would fit. Are you writing?
Yes,
Okay.
I am. But I need to keep changing the color.
The colors. Okay. So still they would not fit. We wanted them on the vertical because along the horizontal the maximum is 35, and those ones are okay. So along this vertical line, so if this one can't fit, so can we try using 50? Okay, for simplicity, because of time, let's use this pen here. So if this is 50, this would be 100. This would be 150. This would be 200. This would be 250. This would be 300. Then 350. So I think there we are good to go. So we have the 350 doing what? Fitting when we use 50 what? When we use a scale of 50. Is that okay to all of us? Any questions? Then along the vertical, since we have up to 35, I think we can use 5 here. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, then 30, 35, and then 40. So don't forget to write the x-axis and the y-axis. Then this is y. Okay. Then would find it now easier to plot our points. So who can plot for us the point 5, 10? No, 5 and 50. 5 and 50. Have we forgotten how to do the plotting?
No.
Okay. So how many are we moving on X and how many are we moving on Y? Okay. So here, this is 5 on X and 50 on Y. So our point is going to be there, and that would be 5 and then 50. Then we shall have 10 and 100 here. So where we have 10 and then corresponding to 100, so this would be 10, 100. Then we shall have 15 and then 150. Then we shall have 20 and 200. Then 35 and 350. So 35 is here, 350 is there. So that is how our points would look like. And if we joined them, what would we get? If we joined the points,
A straight line.
we would get a straight line. Okay. So do we have anyone who still has issues with plotting and joining the points? Maybe
Sir,
by show of hand.
Sir, can you just repeat for me what scale we used?
What scale? We use the scale of 50 on y-axis, and then
Yes.
a scale of 5 on x-axis.
Okay.
Yeah, and this scale we normally use because here there are 5 boxes, but on the graph paper, the real graph paper, we are supposed to be using 2 centimeters. So these 2 centimeters on the graph paper are equal to 10 smaller boxes. So that is the scale that we should be using. So 2 centimeters. If we are plotting it in your graph book at home, use 2 centimeters on the vertical to represent 50. So this would be going upwards, and then 2 centimeters to represent 5 on the horizontal. Is that okay? So when you are plotting it in your book at home, so use 2 centimeters, which are 10 small boxes, and those boxes are always separated by bold lines like these ones that cross over. Is that okay? Then after that, this is going to be our assignment for today. But I'm going to send it in the WhatsApp group. So we are supposed to plot the points 115, 435, and 845 using a very appropriate scale. Then 2, we are going to plot 15, 100, 35, 500, and 40, 700, still using an appropriate scale. Then 3, we are going to plot 260, 450, 070, then 70 and 60. So those are the plot points that we are going to plot. Then I'm going to, as well, before the end of the day or tomorrow, send an activity of integration on this topic of plotting. So make sure you do that work and send it through the site. So when you are sending through the site, you check for this name. So the first letter is capital and the rest are small. So you search for this name when you are sending your message. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay. So next week, I'm going to sit down and record whoever has not done any single assignment, those who have missed, and I'm going to post your names in the group that you don't do work. In case you know there is work you haven't done, sit down and do it before Monday. I hope we are together there. Okay, so if there are no questions, we can end our live session here, and then we wait for the work in the group. So I'm going to send that work, so make sure you do it and then hand it in for marking. We can begin leaving the meeting.